Hello, Alan the Swordsman here, and today I'm going to be giving you a Source Hammer Editor tutorial, which shows you how to obtain the Source Hammer Editor, which will allow you to map on various games on the Source engine. So today, some of these games include Garry's Mod and No More Room in Hell, which are two games that I personally like, but it also includes Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 2, and any other game that uses the Source engine. Now you're going to need a few things to do this. The first thing you're going to need is called the Source SDK Base 2013 Multiplayer, which will allow you to make maps on the multiplayer and test them. But you won't actually have to use the program unless you're running a game like Half-Life or something like that. So when you get the Source Software Development Kit 2013 Multiplayer, or to get it, you're going to have to go to the library and down to Tools. Once you go down to Tools, you'll have a bunch of things that say Not Installed. Just scroll down and you'll find they'll say not installed for you. I've already done this. Find one of them, double click it, and it'll bring up an install option, which you can use like any other game that you install on Steam. The next thing you're going to have to do is download the Source Multitool, and what you need to do is also give you a link in the description to get to this website, steamcommunity.com, Source Multitool User Guide, or you can look it up yourself. And you can come down here, and it says where to acquire latest build. You just click on the link there, and it'll bring you the 1.02 version. Currently, if you're watching this at a later date, it might be a newer version, and you can just get it there and download it through Google Drive. So that's how you're going to get these two things. Once you've downloaded them, you can test them out. I usually set them to download they'll usually appear in your downloads tab, but that's not necessarily important. What you do need to do is find a place for them, and once you've found a place for them, you can open up the Source Multitool. Do not open this one up, it'll just run a like test function, something I don't use. Open up the Source Multitool, or my bad, do open this one up. You have to run it at least once for it to work. That's why you need it. Once it's opened up, and then you close it out again, go to the Source Multitool, and it's right here in the folder. You can activate that. And right here you got a few things. There's some guides and stuff. What you want to do is go to Applications, and the very top one is Hammer Editor. And when you click on this, make sure before you click on this though, you want to go to the game/mod you're using, which is down here. And you can see Source SDK Base, that's the thing we just got. Team Fortress 2, and Garry's Mod only uses the games you have that are in here. No More Room is not in here right now because it has its own Hammer Editor built into the game. So if you have that game you want to edit maps, you don't actually need this. And then Custom Config is if you make something custom. So I don't actually have Half-Life 2, but I do have Team Fortress 2 and Garry's Mod. The Garry's Mod one does not currently work though. So I'll do another tutorial on how to do that later. But right now, I'm going to use Custom Config, which is the one for Garry's Mod that I set up, and run the Hammer Editor. And it gives you a little message saying not to run after the compile option, manually launch the gate, and load the map. So basically, what you want to do is run the Hammer Editor and pull it up. And you can go to Files, and you can go to New and Open. We're just going to make a new one for now, and I'm just going to show you some of the stuff. So that message was basically telling you not to run from in here, which I've never done. There's a simple way. It's basically tell you to make sure when you're done, click Rub Map. That's not what I meant by don't run it. And what'll happen is you need to actually have a map to run, but it'll basically give you a thing. You just click compile, and it'll compile, and then you just close out, and then go run your game. So, but I'll show you more of that in my actual tutorial when I show you how to do this. So that's basically how you download. As you can see, everything's working fine. In a separate tutorial, I will be showing you how to compile for Garry's Mod, and pretty much every other game has its own, or not compile. I'll show you how to create a custom config for Garry's Mod. And pretty much every other game should show up that you own down here. I don't know a lot. My computer had been factory reset, so all my stuff got lost. I haven't re-downloaded it yet. Anyway, I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and I am going to get started on more tutorials later, as well as some Command & Conquer's general mapping tutorials, as well as maybe other Command & Conquer tutorials later as soon as I get the Ultimate Collection. So I will see you later, and that will conclude this tutorial. Thanks.